Hello and welcome to the Life and Truth podcast. My name's Jonathan Obise and I'm excited to have you tuning and listening. If this is the first time you're coming to the podcast, please do not hesitate to go to all of my social media accounts at Jonathan Obise, and also do visit my website jonathanobise.com. Like, share, and you'll be able to find additional resources. The previous episode that I believe is going to be a tremendous blessing to your life and to your heart. So one more time, you're welcome. Today I'm going to be speaking about the power of positivity, the power of positive self-talk. Now, when you look at society, there's a lot of negativity. You think about politics. It's a very hot topic for a lot of people. A lot of negativity. And if you're not careful, the negativity you see around you, the headlines, the new headlines, the stories on social media, it will have a way, it will affect, your performance. It will affect your life. It will affect whatever it is that you do. And that is why it is important to understand how to regulate, the negativity, how to understand the benefits of positive self-talk, and also to understand what you must do to make that as a part of your routine as an individual through life. Now, there was this research that was done by a particular doctor of alternative medicine. His name is Dr. Emoto. Now, what he did was that he took rice. He put the rice in three glass jars. So to the first glass, he would always say, for 30 days, he would always say thank you. To the second jar, he would always say you're an idiot. And then to the third jar, he said nothing. He completely ignored it. Now, by the end of 30 days, according to this research, according to this report, it said that the first jar, to which he always said thank you, already was giving out some, nice and pleasant aroma. The second jar, to which he always said you're an idiot, was already, the rice was already turning black. And then the third jar, which he said nothing and just left it there, was already becoming rotten. Now, this was a report, right? One of his experiments that he did, on self-talk, positivity, and all of that. But this just somehow buttresses the fact that whatever you say, whatever you speak to yourself, eventually becomes your reality. Whatever you speak to your person eventually becomes what you manifest. And that is why it is important, to pay attention to what you say. Most of the time, it's easy to tell other people, oh, you shouldn't say this, you should say this, you should say this positive thing, you should say this positive thing, you shouldn't say this negative, you shouldn't be saying negative things. But most of the time in our own lives, without necessarily being conscious, unconsciously, begin to manifest negativity. You have an exam, you're on the right, and you begin to say, I'm not sure I'm ready for this, I'm not sure I'm prepared. Or you have a presentation to make, and you're like, I'm not sure I can deliver, I'm not sure I really have what it takes to do this. It's subconscious, sometimes unconsciously you just manifest these things. And that is why it's important to understand, how this affects you and how this affects us, because myself inclusive, and also what we can do to have that conscious, mechanism around our life or system around our lives that consciously helps us to stay in the positive. Now, the benefits, let me just read out some of the benefits or some of the results of positive self-talk according to some experts and some researchers, right? This is, self-talk is an ongoing research field, but this is what some experts say. Some experts say that positive self-talk, number one, helps with increased lifespan. And that's the truth. If you say, well, I don't think I'm going to live long, most often than not, you're going to live long. If you believe that you will live long, if you say it, you speak it, then you will live long. It's the likelihood of you living long, it's there, because your system, your body system itself responds to what you say. If you shut down your body system by what you say, eventually your systems, your organs, will shut down in accordance to what you're saying. But if you're speaking positive, you're saying things, positive things about your life, definitely it's gonna that means all your organs will be alert, you're hopeful about life, you're pursuing, things, you're accomplishing things, and most often than not, you live long. Number two, they said that it lowered the rate of depression. You can never find someone who speaks positively and is depressed. It usually doesn't happen. It's always someone who speaks negative things, they're always depressed, they're always, they're always having, today they're here, tomorrow they're up, today they're up, tomorrow they're down, because, there is no positive outlook on life. So it's always, some sort of, is it defeatism or whatever? I'm not sure what that word is. But, speaking defeat to themselves, right? And eventually, it makes them to be depressed. And of course, they also say that positive self-talk also helps lower the level of distress, right? Most of the time, people are stressed because of the negativity around and also how they allow the negativity to impact on their life. So, but when you learn positive self-talk, it helps you to reduce, to have lower levels of distress. And of course, it's also said here, the researchers or the experts also said that positive self-talk also helps with better psychological and physical well-being. You'll be happy. You never see someone who, speaks positively about themselves every day. They wake up, they speak positively, they're, agile, they're ready to go face the challenges of life. You hardly find them, depressed, or you hardly find them, in a bad shape physically because of what they do. Now, it also helps, positive self-talk also helps, according to these experts, with better cardiovascular health and reduce risk of death from cardiovascular diseases. Now, the doctors, and the medical experts can say a lot about this, but positive self-talk helps with your health. If you speak positively, your body system, your internal organs respond to that. If you speak negatively, because this has happened to so and so and so, I think it's gonna happen to me, what you are saying becomes your reality if you're not careful. As a matter of fact, whatever it is that you fear, if you're not careful, becomes your reality. And that is why you must take fear out of your dictionary, take fear out of your life. If there is anything you fear, you must find a way of speaking positive or saying things that counteract the effect of that fear in your life. So you must speak, positive. And then lastly, they also said that positive self-talk also helps with better coping skills during hardships and times of stress. Hard times will come. It is life. Life happens, and you will have hard times. You will have times of stress. But how you cope with the stress will be determined by the lifestyle you have built around positivity, around positive self-talk, and around the lifestyle, the mechanism, the system that you've built around your life. If you speak positively, you develop the habit of speaking positively. You develop a system of staying in the positive. When hard time comes, it will not crush you. Rather, you'd have what it takes to navigate through those hard times. So, what can you do to develop a positive outlook on life, right? What can you do to increase your positivity? Number one, two things. Develop a daily positive self-talk routine. Now, how can you do this? It's very simple. Write out, maybe it's in a journal or your jotter or somewhere maybe in your room. You print it out, you paste it, you speak it over yourself every morning when you wake up. You just speak it, I'm the best, right? My best is yet to come. I'm heading for the top. I am a success. I have what it takes to be all I want to be in life. You hype yourself. Think about kings, in king's palaces, you have all these people that are there to hype them, to call them names, to give them appellations and things like that, literally just hyping them and hyping them and hyping them. May I also say that is why, this is a deviation, but that is why you look at king palaces, a lot of kings, they live long and all of that, because they create this atmosphere that makes them happy. You really would have a king that allows negativity around them. Everybody that comes there, is hyping them, is saying good things and good stuff about them, and they live long. If you also must live long, this is a deviation, but it's I think it's a good deviation anyways. But if you also want to enjoy that positive outlook on life, you must build your own mechanism that helps you to have that sort of positively charged environment every day that you wake up, because you encounter negativity, but you must not allow the negativity to affect your life. Then number two, speak over your life. I've already mentioned that, right? So you speak over your life. I'm the best. I have, better days ahead of me. My best is yet to come. You speak all of the good things about your life, all the good things that you would tell others, when they're depressed, when you're going through tough times. Speak the same good things to your own life. Speak over your life. A songwriter says, speak over yourself, encourage yourself in the Lord. Well, this is the power of positivity. I'm going to be talking about the power of prophecy on the next episode, so let me just reserve that for that. But you must learn to speak over yourself. Speak good things about yourself. Hype yourself. Tell yourself the good things you wish somebody told you. Speak good things about yourself. Then lastly, give no room to negativity. Literally give no room to negativity. If you have any reason, anything around you that tries to import negativity into your life, you must give no room to it. You must find ways to counteract it. Whether it is friends, family, who always bring negative news, and it's affecting your performance, it's affecting your life, it's affecting the pursuit of whatever it is that you're doing. You must find ways to shut out the negativity around you. Self-talk. Positive self-talk now, not just self-talk. Self-talk can be negative or positive, but positive self-talk can literally make you to glow, can literally transform your life. And if you do these things that I've mentioned, you do these things that I've shared with you, just like we saw with the experiments, I can tell you for sure that you will never be in a depressed state in life. Because when you have a mechanism, a system that works, and you sustain it, you would see to the fact, you would always see, or you would see that your life will always turn out joyful, wonderful, fulfilling, and glorious. So this is it on the power of positivity, the power of positive self-talk. I want to believe you've picked a thing or two from this. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. If you haven't liked, and of course to share, this is the right time to share this with as many people as this is going to be a blessing to. So thank you so much for listening. This is just part one. The second part I'm going to be sharing on the power of prophecy, and I encourage you to make sure you tune in on the next episode. So thank you so much for listening. God bless you, and bye-bye.